Is teleportation real? The scientific breakthrough that will blow your mind. Did you know that teleportation is no longer just science fiction? Scientists are exploring a technology straight out of a Star Trek movie, quantum teleportation. But hold on, we're not talking about teleporting people yet. Researchers have managed to teleport information between particles over kilometers without using any wires or visible signals. How does this work? It's all thanks to a mysterious phenomenon called quantum entanglement. Imagine two particles connected in such a way that if you tweak one, the other responds instantly, no matter the distance. Sounds like magic, but it's pure science. Now think about the implications. Revolutionary quantum computers, unhackable communication, and who knows, in the future, you traveling without leaving your place. If you're already intrigued, you're not alone. What else might this technology make possible? The answer could change everything we know about the world. What is teleportation? Have you ever thought about disappearing from one place and instantly appearing somewhere else? What if I told you this isn't just science fiction, but something science is trying to make real? Teleportation. The word itself stirs a mix of fascination and curiosity, but what does it actually mean? We're not talking about magic or camera tricks, but real science grounded in quantum mechanics. Imagine transferring something without physically moving it. Sounds impossible, right? But scientists have already proven that at least with particles, it's possible. This is called quantum teleportation, where information about the state of a particle is sent from one point to another without anything physically traveling through space. But don't be fooled, this isn't the same as sending physical matter. We're still light years away from teleporting people like in the movies. However, the advancements we've already achieved might forever change how we think about technology, communication, and even our own existence. The foundations of quantum teleportation. Now, how does it work? Brace yourself, because the science behind it is as fascinating as it is mysterious. It all starts with something called quantum entanglement. Imagine two particles somehow connected. No matter if they are a centimeter or a million kilometers apart, the state of one instantly affects the state of the other. Sounds like magic. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance, and there's more. In quantum mechanics, particles can exist in multiple states at once, like a coin endlessly flipping between heads and tails. This is called superposition. When these particles are entangled, scientists can transfer information between them without anything physically traveling through space. In 1998, science took its first step in this field. Researchers successfully teleported a photon across a single meter. It doesn't sound like much, but it was a milestone. Since then, the distance has only increased, reaching hundreds of kilometers, even into space. It sounds like something straight out of a movie, right? But we're only scratching the surface. The next big question is, what if one day we could do this with something more complex, like molecules or even humans? Scientific advances in quantum teleportation. But wait, teleporting particles through space? Isn't that just science fiction? Here's the surprise. Science is already doing it, and the numbers are impressive. In 2017, Chinese researchers broke barriers that seemed insurmountable. They teleported a photon from Earth to a satellite over 300 kilometers away. Imagine a particle traveling without actually traveling. This isn't just a technical feat, it's a milestone that could redefine how we communicate and exchange information. Before this, quantum teleportation had been tested in laboratories and even in cities. Entire networks of entangled particles were created to transmit data securely. A revolutionary concept in an era of digital espionage. So what does this mean for us, ordinary people? The potential is enormous. Ultra-fast, secure communications, the ability to transmit information between continents or even planets in the blink of an eye. But while scientists are making progress with particles, the question persists. When, or will we ever, be able to teleport something more complex? A human being, perhaps. Technical challenges of human teleportation. What if it were you, teleported to another place in seconds? But would it really still be you? Here's where the real challenge begins. While teleporting simple particles is something we've mastered, doing the same with a human being is an entirely different game. The human body has about 37 trillion cells, each composed of countless atoms. Now imagine having to map the exact position of every single one of them and transfer that information. We're talking about an amount of data far beyond any technology we currently have. And there's more. Heisenberg's uncertainty principle, a basic rule of quantum physics, makes it impossible to measure all properties of a particle with absolute precision. This means recreating a human body would be like trying to assemble a puzzle with trillions of pieces and some missing. Now think, even if science overcomes these technical barriers, there's a question no one can answer. The original you would be destroyed to create a copy somewhere else. Would that copy still be you, or just a perfect replica? This isn't just a question of science, but also philosophy and even spirituality. Science might one day get there, but are we ready to accept what it means? Philosophical and ethical questions. Now consider this. What makes you, you? If technology recreated your body somewhere else, would it still be you, or just a copy? Human teleportation isn't just a technical issue, it's a test of our own essence. If the process requires destroying your original body to recreate it elsewhere, what happens to consciousness? Would your mind and memories be transferred? Or would we be creating an identical but entirely new version? These questions go beyond science and venture into the realm of philosophy and ethics. For example, who would ensure that you'd be willing to be dismantled for teleportation? And what if something goes wrong in the process? How would we deal with failures in something so personal and essential as our own identity? And there's more. If it were possible to teleport a person, who would control this technology? Imagine the impact on issues like privacy, security, and even human rights. The technology could be used for good, saving lives, or for dangerous purposes like espionage or warfare. Human teleportation is not just a futuristic dream. It forces us to confront questions that touch the very essence of what it means to be human. But the question remains, is the world ready to handle these implications? Practical applications of quantum teleportation. Now, what if I told you that this technology could change the world, even without teleporting people? The true power of quantum teleportation lies in its practical applications. Imagine instant communication between continents where no information can be intercepted or hacked. Sound too good to be true? Not with quantum cryptography, which is already being tested. With quantum teleportation, scientists are developing secure and ultra-fast communication networks. This technology could ensure that crucial information, such as banking data or state secrets, is transferred without the risk of espionage. Now think about the future. Space travel could benefit enormously from this innovation. Imagine Earth and Mars connected in real time, with data being exchanged instantly. This would make interplanetary missions much more efficient and safer. While we are still far from transporting physical objects, the possibilities for information transmission are endless. Quantum teleportation is already shaping the world in ways we don't even realize. And the best part, this is just the beginning. But are we ready for the next step? Future reflections and impact on humanity. Now, the big question: what does teleportation really mean for us as human beings? Advances in quantum teleportation are not just about technology or science. They force us to reflect on much deeper questions. What is identity? What makes us unique? Are we ready for a future where we could be reconstructed elsewhere? Consider the benefits: instant communication between planets, impenetrable security networks, and the possibility of surpassing limits once thought insurmountable. But every advancement comes at a cost. Who decides how to use this technology? How do we protect its application from abuse? Human teleportation, though still distant, raises questions that go beyond science. It challenges us to look within and ask, would we be willing to be undone and recreated in the name of progress? Meanwhile, quantum teleportation continues to evolve, offering incredible solutions to present problems and posing new questions for the future. And the big question remains, are we ready to embrace a world where the line between fiction and reality grows increasingly blurry? Did you enjoy this idea of teleportation? Then don't waste any time. Subscribe to the channel now and hit the notification bell for more mind-blowing discoveries. Leave a comment sharing your thoughts and tag that friend who's always dreamed of teleporting. The future has already begun and you won't want to miss it.